So cutting grass isn't that big of a deal. The hardest part is this hill right here. That's a struggle. So yesterday we talked about God and Adam. Today we're going to talk about Eve. I'm pretty sure we all know Eve's story, so I wanted to do a different type of study today. So we're going to start by reading the verse Genesis 3:6, and it says the following. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. You might have seen many illustrations about this verse, but I want you to look at this picture in particular. So this is a picture that I took when I went to a museum last year. It's a picture of Adam, the serpent, and Eve. If you look closely, Eve is giving Adam the fruit, and the most obvious detail, the serpent has Eve's face. There's a lot of things that can be said about this, but let's focus on one thing. The first thing that came to my mind is the obvious. Eve was tempted by herself. But how exactly is that possible? Just think about it this way. For those of you who don't really like chocolate, the devil can come to you and try to tempt you with chocolate, and it's not going to work. But if the devil will come to me and tempt me with chocolate, then it will probably work. That means that the serpent had to tempt Eve based on her own desires. The serpent tells Eve that by eating the fruit, she was going to be like God. So can we say that Eve already had a desire to want to be like God? Let me be clear though, this isn't biblical. But based on certain things, we can make some educated assumptions. Why exactly would Eve want to have this type of desire? Did she maybe feel inferior to her husband? Why would she? Maybe she found out about Genesis 2, verses 18 to 22. This part of the Bible says that when God first saw that Adam was lonely, he gave him a bunch of pets so that he could name them all. After Adam did this, he still felt lonely. Only after that was when God finally created the woman for Adam. Now, obviously, I'm joking about this, but there has to be a reason why Eve wanted to be more than what she already was. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm blaming it all on Eve. She was representing humanity, so her desire to want to be more is just part of human nature. This is something we all need to admit. The fact that we want to be more highlights our pride. In the Christian world, pride is kind of seen like a bad word. The truth is that pride is ingrained in us. So we shouldn't spend too much time trying to get rid of it. Instead, I think that we need to learn how to live with it. If we're trying to be better, the goal should not be to try and be better than someone else in particular. The goal should instead be to try and be better than the person that I was yesterday. So guys, the bottom line is this. Accept your pride and use it to improve yourself. That's all that I have for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another message. Bye.